In this axle, the instrument cluster must be renewed. Before you remove the old instrument cluster, be sure to secure the control device parameters, because the parameters must be transferred after the exchange into the new instrument cluster. For this, you require the Star Diagnosis. Switch the ignition on, and with F2 you get into DAS. Follow the test instructions and the safety requirements. With F2 you reach the menu Vehicle Division Choice, Confirm Truck. Select Automatic Model Entry, and then wait until the data is determined. If your vehicle has an auxiliary heating, switch this on now. The auxiliary heating can only be diagnosed when switched on. Confirm Control Device Direct Entry with F3. From the Control Device Direct Entry menu, click on INS Instrument. Now choose Control Device Adaptation and then Control Device Exchange. In the menu Read Parameters and Transfer into a new control device, wait for a moment until the parameters are read. After the process is concluded, you're asked to switch off the ignition. Switch the ignition off. Now you get the go-ahead to exchange the instrument cluster. Begin with the removal by moving the steering column all the way back and take off the cover to the instrument panel. Once the cover is gone, unscrew the 3 fixing bolts of the frame. Grip the frame at the bottom and remove. Next are the fixing screws of the instrument cluster. The position of the screws are shown here. Then unscrew the 4 fixing screws of the holder. And the holder can be removed. Now take the instrument cluster up and out of the fixture and turn it around. Disconnect the plugs. There are a total of 4. Now you can exchange the instrument cluster for a new one. The installation occurs in the reverse order. As soon as the new instrument cluster is installed, the saved parameters must be transferred. In order to transfer the control device parameters, switch on the ignition after the exchange. Now you're asked if the parameters should be transferred into the new control device. Confirm, of course, with yes. The parameterization is now carried out. This takes a few moments. Next, you're asked to switch off the ignition. And the parameters are checked again. And you're asked to switch the ignition on again. After a moment, the display announces that the parameterization was carried out. Confirm this with F2. The control device exchange was successfully concluded. That means the parameters, which were saved in the Star Diagnosis, have been transferred into the new instrument cluster. With a quick test routine, you can check whether a fault appeared with the data transfer, and that goes like this. With F2, you reach the Control Device Direct Entry menu. Press F1 to exit. Choose Quick Test Routine. The control devices are checked for faults. Now the kilometer reading is determined. Confirm this with F2. Now you come to the menu Current Quick Test Routine. Here all control devices are checked for faults. The data check can take some time. Press F9 to erase all faults. To avoid data loss, you're asked by the Star Diagnosis whether you really want to erase the fault memory. Choose Yes. And the fault memory is erased. With F5 you can start the quick test once more. The ticks confirm that no more faults exist in the control devices. And you can exit DAS. The instrument cluster was successfully exchanged.